Welcome to the lineup. Join us today as we're at Webb Field showcasing the perfect game. So stay tuned for more on the lineup. Welcome to this edition of the lineup. I'm Bennett Oliver, Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Douglasville. And joining me today is Miko Bursic, Athletic Director for the City of Douglasville. And we're on location today at historic Webb Field. And we're going to showcase the perfect game travel ball tournament that's going on behind us. As you can see, we've got some action. Miko, we've got two teams playing, one from Leesburg, Georgia, and one team out of Florida. And we're going to talk to some scouts today that are here. We're going to try to talk to some players from out of town and talk to some coaches. The perfect game is a national travel ball tournament that showcases high school players, 16-year-old all the way up to 18-year-old players. And there's about 240 teams in this tournament, as you were telling me. And the goal of this tournament is not necessarily to win the tournament, but is to be recognized and noticed by these scouts that we see standing around with radar guns and stopwatches. I know you played college ball, so tell us a little bit about what these scouts are looking for in some of these players.
All right. Well, first off, I mean, today it's last night we had some rain here, so it's difficult playing conditions. And when you're referring to baseball and playing the baseball game, it's not how good you are on your good day; it's how good you are on your bad day. And this is showing a lot to the scouts and the coaches of how they can play the game in the wet conditions.
Right. As we said, these teams come from all over the nation. The perfect game's been here for, I think, about a month and a half. We've had teams from Texas, Ohio, Puerto Rico, so they come from all over. These kids, they stay here in Atlanta. They come to Douglasville. They play for about a week and play the tournament out. They do have a winner, yeah. But like I said, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is catching the eye of some of these scouts. And we have college scouts and we have professional scouts. I know the other day I spoke with a scout for the Phillies, and he was looking at a certain player. And one thing I asked him was, when they get here, do they have a certain player in mind that they're looking at, or are they just looking at all the kids? And I thought it was interesting that he said that no, they don't really know who they're coming to look at. With this many players, they're just looking for that diamond in the rough. Yeah. And I know one player that we have from Douglasville that's playing in the pros now is Matt Capps, which played at Alexander High School. I know it's difficult. I mean, how difficult is it to get in the major leagues? Obviously it is.
I mean, you're talking to the wrong person from that. Obviously it's hard work and dedication. I mean, he's a great guy, Matt Capps. He's been, he was a 3-star athlete, baseball, football, basketball. I think it's just one of God's gifts, and he took advantage of the situation and, worked hard and had a clear path, and he took advantage of it.
All right. And, we said there's college scouts and pro scouts here. I was asking the guy from the Phillies, what's the chances of a guy going straight from high school to the pros? And, he said it was 1 in a million.
Oh, yeah.
Most of these guys, the path that they have to go, they go to college actually, and play for 4 years, and then maybe get into the minor leagues and, one day go to the majors if they actually do that. And he was saying that's probably, for a good player, which, a really good player to get to the majors is a long process, but a really good player is about 3.5 years in the minor leagues. And then if he gets the chance, which if is a big if, to one day get caught up in the majors. And, it's 1 in a million if you ever get caught up in the majors. A lot of these guys, 240 teams that we have here today, it would be an honor if they ever got caught up to the majors. But, these guys are obviously out here trying to catch the eye of these scouts today. So.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to mention is, there's a lot of major schools, from the Southeastern Conference and the ACC and such, but in baseball, a lot of people like to go the lower level route in junior college because once you enroll in college, in junior college, you only have to attend school for 1 season. For example, Bryce Harper, he dropped out of high school early. He got his GED, enrolled in college, played 1 season, and he's that 1 in a million that's playing in the major leagues at the age of 19 years old. So. Yeah. A lot of people go to the junior college and go that route.
Right. And when you look at the amount of colleges that there are, when you say junior colleges and major colleges out there, I mean, a scholarship is a scholarship. So that's what these guys are out here playing today for, is trying to get that scholarship. And we know what the cost of his college education is. So that's big today. So that's why these guys are out here playing.
Oh, yeah.
Miko, obviously, it's great for the community that we bring this business, these people into Douglasville for this event. Obviously, Webb Field is hosting this event. You know, how exactly did we contact Perfect Game? Did they contact us? You know, how do we have the ability to host a tournament like this?
Well, word travels fast. After this renovation in the beautiful facility, somebody from the Perfect Game got word and approached us. And I guess it's difficult to find a high school distance field. And they approached us with the idea of having, I think, 24 dates at around 4 days, 4 games a day. And they came out, toured the facility, and this is where they wanted to come.
Right. And when you got 240 teams, obviously you need more than one field. I think they're playing on 36 fields here in Atlanta and around the Atlanta area. So we're just one of the fields that they're using. And so by having this high school field, which Douglas County High School played on this field for 40 years until they built their own facility, and now it gives us the ability to host tournaments like this. So it's really good for the community. So we look forward to keeping this relationship with a Perfect Game and continuing to have this tournament here in Douglasville.
Oh, definitely. I look forward to it.
Coming up, we're going to have interviews with players, coaches, and Major League Scouts. So stay tuned for more of the lineup.
Here I am with Gino Damari, the assistant coach of the University of Miami baseball team. Glad to have you, Gino.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, why don't you tell me a little bit about the recruiting process of what you guys look for in an athlete, at what age do you start spotting them out, and how do you hear about these athletes?
Well, it's getting younger and younger over the years. I think now you're starting to look at a tournament like we're at now, you know, 16 and under tournaments, so you got a lot of upcoming juniors that just finished their sophomore year, and you also got some 2015 grads, which are kids that just finished their freshman year. So it is getting younger and younger. Tournaments like this is great because you got about 250 teams here that is just 16 and unders. Last week we were here, when I say we, college coaches from around the country, especially on the East Coast. You had 250 teams of the 17 and unders, and so a little bit older guys there. Guys probably you're more making offers to and looking at, whereas these guys are more getting on the scene and kind of getting on your map, so to speak, the younger ones.
Okay. And what year would you consider being most important as a high school athlete? Your junior year?
You know, it's tough to say, but I guess so. Yeah, I mean, you say the guys that are graduating, the 2013s, which are kids that just finished their junior year, guys that you're really focused on. Obviously, you've already signed the kids who just graduated. That's your incoming class. So the next crop of kids, so to speak, would be the upcoming seniors that just finished their junior year. But like I said, it's getting so much earlier and earlier that you're seeing kids now that are even just finishing their sophomore years, like this tournament that we're at right now, that you're starting to have to focus on, especially the top tier kids, because school's going to start making offers to those kids too as well.
I understand that. And during your summer, I know at a major university, I mean, how many weeks or weekends are you on the road?
Just about every week.
Every week, every
weekend?
Yeah.
You know, I was here. Normally you're gone for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. You might go home. Every coach is different. I go home for a couple of days. You can just catch up with some office work and, of course, see the family. But for the most part, the summertime, as soon as your season's over, you're on the road. In college baseball, you're on the road pretty much all summer.
All right. Well, Gino, I appreciate you coming out and sharing some information with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. Here I am with Peachtree Sports Yankees with Payton and Christian. They played the 9 o'clock game this morning. Christian, he was a shortstop today. How'd you feel out there?
I liked it. It was comfortable and just a good field.
So
I like it.
The playing conditions with the wet, having to grip the ball maybe with 4 fingers as opposed to 3. I mean, is it an easy adjustment or?
It's actually really hard.
It's a difficult adjustment.
Yeah, but you get used to it on the field and you can just adjust.
All right, and we got Payton over here. He's the first baseman. He receives the throws from Christian whenever it's wet. Do you have a good day over there picking them out of the dirt?
Yeah, it was a little slippery here and there.
All right, and I hear you guys are from Savannah.
Yeah.
You guys traveled all the way up here. Last weekend you were in Auburn, Alabama. You stayed out there. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was fun. The field was nice. Played some good baseball.
And what do you guys think about Webb Field in the city of Douglasville?
It's good and it's just wet right now, but
It's wet.
yeah.
How about life on the road? Would you consider yourself, living in the shoes of a minor leaguer because you move from city to city and hotel to hotel?
Yeah.
Do you get homesick?
Not really. Home's kind of boring sometimes.
You don't have
Yeah.
any pets then, do you?
I got 2 dogs. Yeah.
You don't miss the dogs?
Sometimes.
What are you guys doing next week? You guys got tournaments next week?
Yeah, we got another perfect game in Atlanta, back-to-back tournaments.
Okay.
So we'll be in Atlanta for 2 weeks.
So you guys are done for the summer after next week?
Yes,
so how
sir.
many weeks have you guys been traveling?
About a month, like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks? And how many games do you think that you played in those 4 weeks?
Probably like 20.
About 20 games? And coming from a former athlete, I know that, winning is ultimately why you play the game. But in your guys' position at your age, you guys are, trying to go to school and be seen by scouts. It's just out here being noticed. How do you feel you played today?
I hit a shot to the fence. I got a double. I didn't get any playing time in the field. I played first, but I didn't get any ground balls. I hit decent.
Yeah.
How about
And
yourself?
I hit a slow roller to shortstop and ran it out for an infield single, and I hit a line drive straight to shortstop.
Okay.
And then I just got a couple ground balls and fielded them.
All right. I guess, who's your favorite baseball player? How about that?
Robinson Cano for the Yankees, second base.
Why is that?
He's
Your
just
first
so,
baseman.
he's so smooth. He just makes the game look easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones? Mm-hmm. Wow. You guys 40.
Yeah, but still like him.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out this afternoon and being on lineup, and good luck to your 4:30 game.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Here I am with crew chief David Chapman of the field crew today. David, whenever I got word today that we're going to have an additional game tonight at 7 o'clock because some of the facilities don't have maintenance crews. I know we had a good bit of rain last night. Tell me what you had to do to get the field ready for the 9 o'clock game.
Well, when we got here, didn't look like we was going to be able to get it ready, but we pulled together. I had 4 guys out here and myself. We had to get some water off the field with a pump that we purchased, and we had to put out a little bit of turfus. We got it ready, and we're good to go.
Now, about how many bags of turfus did you use today?
We didn't use like 2 bags today, believe it or not.
So
That was
the field's draining really well?
Yeah, the field's in good shape.
Okay, so today we have 4 games scheduled, or 5 games now with the addition of the 7 o'clock game. Why don't you tell me a little bit what you do in between games to prepare the field?
Well, we just got done. We just came out. We drag and clean out the base anchors. We get a rake around them, get everything ready to go, putting down new lines, repack the mounds and batter boxes, and just pretty much get it all ready, just like new again.
All right, well, the field looks beautiful, and I guess we're ready for game 2.
Let's go.
Here I am with Meade Longhorn, the coach of the Richmond Braves, Richmond, Virginia. Why don't you tell me a little bit about where you guys are from and who's starting today's game on the mound?
Well, we're down here from Richmond, Virginia, about 5-6 hours away. We got a right-hander on the mound, throws well. His name is Trevor Denton.
Trevor Denton's on the bump today?
Yep.
And is this the first game of the tournament?
First game of the tournament.
Okay, and you guys staying in the city of Douglasville?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Yes, we are. Now about 30 minutes away. It's not too bad.
All right, make sure you guys eat at Gumbo's while you're here, all right?
Hey, Gumbos?
Oh,
Will
yeah.
do.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Here I am with Bobby Nealon. He visited from Virginia Beach, Virginia, coming down to watch his son Tyler play down here at the beautiful Webb Field in Douglasville, Georgia. Tell me a little bit about, I guess, your summer itinerary, traveling day to day, week to week. How long are you on the road?
Well, we're on the road probably just about every weekend, up and down the East Coast. This is always a big tournament, though, every year. We enjoy coming here. The amount of teams, the facilities that our kids get to play on are top-notch, and it's definitely always a big event for us and our family.
Okay, and for you guys, how's life living in hotels, traveling? Do you guys enjoy that? Swimming pools, you like the swimming pools?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe Six Flags one day. Possibly pick up a Braves game while we're here.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. So traveling, every day, every weekend. The team. Whenever you're talking about a team, you guys are as one, as a family. The kids consider themselves a family. Now, can you relate to me for that as far as the parents?
Well, you have a lot of downtime. We get to play baseball games for a couple hours a day, and then it's the kids will go off, and the parents get together, and the kids get together, and so there's a lot of friendships made. We spend a lot of time. We'll cook out. We'll go out to dinner, and really a good bonding situation. So our kids make friends with their other families, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, we enjoy having you in Douglasville, and thanks for visiting.
Thanks for having us. Go Braves.
That's going to wrap it up for this edition of The Lineup. I want to thank all the coaches, players, and Miko Bursic for being on the show today. Join us next month for The Lineup.